Hello everybody, this is Chris and welcome to Chris's Kitchen. Today I'm going to be foraging for wild chokecherries on our property and we'll be making some chokecherry syrup later on. Today is the last week of October. I'm in zone 6 and I am going to be foraging for some wild chokecherries. I am right at the end of the season, I do realize that. But I thought it would be a good opportunity to make use of some wild produce. These are some black chokecherries, and they're nice little clusters. I'm just going to go along and forage these along this nice row here. There's quite a few. I'm sure I'll get enough to fill my bowl and make some beautiful syrup. So let's begin. It might be the end of fall, but these bushes are plentiful. These are the black chokecherries. There are two varieties of chokecherries that grow here indigenously. The red ones and the purple ones. I personally have very little experience with chokecherries, but through doing some research, they are high in antioxidants and really good for syrup. And I also intend on experimenting this year with making my own homemade cough syrup. And I was hoping to use elderberry syrup and chokecherry syrup potentially as a base for that. So if you have any experience with that, please post it in the comments below. So this was the bowl of chokecherries that I was able to forage rather quickly. This did not take me long, maybe 10 minutes or so. It's quite a good quantity. I'll be able to make myself a little batch of chokecherry syrup and experiment with some cough syrups. So here I have a large pot, and I have the chokecherries that I have washed and rinsed very well, and I'm going to de-stem them. So all I'm going to do is simply pull them off the stem and into the pot they go. And the reason that I'm going to de-stem them is because the stems potentially could make the syrup bitter. So I'm going to take that extra step and go ahead and do that. I wonder if chokecherry syrup would be a nice flavor addition to, say, kombucha or something on the second fermentation process. So that's something I'm definitely going to investigate, and hopefully that works out well. I have been foraging for Saskatoon berries for years now, and Saskatoon syrup is absolutely delicious when fermented in kombucha. So now I've got the chokecherries washed and destemmed in this pot. I have filled the pot with some filtered water just to cover. And now what I'm going to do is mash them up with a potato masher, and that will release the juices from the chokecherries, and I'm going to cook it down on low for perhaps a couple of hours. I'm not going to boil this mixture, and the reason that I'm not going to boil it is because I don't want to damage any of the goodness, the vitamins, minerals, enzymes, etc. with the boiling process. So we'll let this cook now for a couple of hours. The chokecherries have stewed for about 3 hours and cooled. And now I'm just going to pour them through this strainer that I have lined with some cheesecloth. So what I'm doing is pressing just gently to get all the juice out. It's warming in a pot on the stove, and because it is meant to be syrup, we need to add sugar. This is organic cane sugar, and I am adding approximately 3 to 4 cups. The quantity I have in my pot of chokecherry juice is about 2 liters or half a gallon. So I'm going to start with that, and even though chokecherries are tart, they do have a slightly almond aroma to them as well. They're very, very pleasant. They do need lemon juice. So this is an organic lemon juice that I really, really like, and I'm just using it for just convenience rather than fresh lemon. I also intend on water bath canning this, so the lemon juice also provides the acidity that we need to have in order to be safe for the water bath canner. So I've added 2 tablespoons. So to finish off this syrup, I'm actually going to use a little bit of pectin. Even though pectin is typically for jams and jellies, adding a little bit to the syrup gives it a bit more of a viscosity. It makes it safe for the water bath canner. If I wanted to make this into a jelly, I would add 2 packs of pectin, but I'm only going to add 1 pack of pectin because, like I said, I want it to be pourable. So I do not intend on this product to set. Now I've got my sugar, my lemon juice, and my pectin all incorporated into the chokecherry juice. It's just going to reduce down a little bit and thicken and turn into syrup. So here it is, 8 half pints of chokecherry syrup. It turned out absolutely amazing. I couldn't be happier with it. It has a really intense cherry flavor, and it's slightly got that almond flavor as well, that Saskatoon or serviceberry or Juneberry whatever you call it, also has. So here it is. I will definitely be using this as a base for my cough syrups, perhaps on pancakes and all of those types of things that you would expect. But I will actually be probably mostly using this product for kombucha. After tasting it, I know right away that it is going to be amazing as a flavorant for my second fermentation in my kombucha. So I'm really excited for this, and I will be making use of these again. Thank you.